Hello everyone and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm commentary. We've got ourselves a mid-diamond working on Masters level game between EME's Monophonic down in the bottom right as the red Terran, and on the top left we have ourselves a blue Terran, GEARSxAMN. I'm probably just going to call him Gears because that's, come on, why not? This map is not one of my favorites, to be honest. I am a Zerg player, so again, this is the easiest natural to get, but then your third is split between this, which has rocks blocking it right here, or this, which is really extended and you could just get bombarded from over here, and it's not a comfortable place to expand. But this is a TVT, so that's not going to matter. What is going to matter is the amount of builds these guys can do, which is massive. Depends on whether they get gas early, but it really doesn't matter in particular. They could both go Reapers, they have, most people go tanks, though Marine Marauder Medevac is still a pretty useful strategy in TVT. It just depends on whether you want to be more mobile with your force or go the mech route and be a little bit less mobile but have a lot more DPS. We will see how that unfolds. Although, I believe that both of these players are going to fast expand early. This is mid-diamond, seriously, I just burped, that was disgusting. This is mid-diamond, and not expanding in this kind of situation would be a bit silly, even on a map this small. They're both just going to scout each other out with some SCVs. Again, not a bad idea. They know the barracks isn't going to be down because they have the timing of their own, see? So, they shouldn't worry too much. We'll see about the gas timing. Yep, gas is already down for our blue player long before the barracks is even close to finishing. Probably going to stock up a good amount of gas. I just noticed that with this new replay UI, the numbers are gigantic. Look at it. It's friggin'... Yes, I understand there's 210 minerals for the red player. Jesus, put it smaller. Goodness gracious. That is insane. I'm going to use the smaller one next time. Not a big deal. Now, this doesn't seem to have much point, to be honest. Like, yes, the red player is getting a lot of scouting with its SCV, but you don't need to... No, don't pull off more... No, this is... The amount of mining time wasted from these SCVs is just massive. And if you really wanted to kill the SCV, just wall this off with another supply depot really early. Drop the supply depot, don't finish it, just keep him walled in that way. Unfortunately, that's not what's going to happen. Oh, he died. One more zap from this SCV just killed him off. Hey, we have ourselves some sneaky cheese over here with the factory dropping down behind the third's mineral line. I'm not entirely sure why you'd put it over here as opposed to somewhere over here, because there are in fact rocks blocking this entrance. But you know what? It's his cheese. I can't hate him for it, alright? He does what he wants, and it's his prerogative. Meanwhile, Monophonic is all the way walled in, so I have to assume these are going to be Widow Mines, but... why? That seems like a very bad idea. Double gas going down for the red player down here. And again, he's probably going to go for the double Reaper opening. Unless he drops down a factory sometime very soon. We shall see. Bunkers going down at the front. Yeah, I'm really not seeing what these... Oh. He just put the factory down here so his tech is easier to snipe. That's fine. And he lifted it off, put it in the main base. That's cool. That's a cool plan. Alright, this is completely unscouted by the red player. This is completely in the dark. This is why you put supply depots around your base, boys and girls. And he's almost going to be out of time for that. We shall see if he scouts this in time. Probably not, though, as none of his supply depots are within range to see that. That's unfortunate. That is going to be a dead Reaper sent in from the main base. Probably just a fake, though, because, I mean, that wasn't going to get anything done anyway. One Reaper is only for scouting, 2 Reapers when the danger starts. Will he drop down the tech lab? Yes, the tech lab is down. We are going to see some Banshee shenanigans going down. And the first Widow Mine just wibble-wobbling into the base. Will the red player see it? Well, I mean, he has to see it at this point. Boop. One SCV falls, the other one at very low health. Upgrade. Is he paying attention? No, he is not. Oh, yep, he's just pulling his SCVs now. But he has an expansion, and he is already up in expansion, so I'm not sure if he should be worried. Yes, he does have to save up a scan to get rid of that Widow Mine, and the Widow Mine's going to be a bit of a sneaky spot, but it's not the end of the world for this player at all. This kind of cheese needs to be followed up with, say, Banshees, and those Banshees need to not be delayed by a massive supply block. Oh, they already take so long. Why are you putting down so much over here? Because he's going to expand down there. There's no reason not to. He's going to see all your tech and kill it. You can't lift off the tech lab, and you can't lift off a lot of this stuff. The Marines are going to focus down this barracks, and the barracks is still trying to get out of Widow Mine. That is testicular right there. That is intense. This guy is going all the way deep. We'll see if this actually works out. It's probably not gonna. I haven't seen this game yet, but I'm just guessing here. The single Reaper coming out for the red player, Monophonic. I'm just going to call him like Phonic or something. It's hell easier to say. He didn't actually get much done though. Just scout out that there's nothing in the main base. You gotta know at this point that there's something up. He hopped all the way in there, saw that there was just a command center, double gas, and 1 barracks. If all he was building was the Widow Mines, you know he has stacked gas. And I mean, he does, actually. And there's the Banshee. Against 4 Marines, the Banshee should out-DPS it, although surprisingly close there, and the Banshee, if it was microed, could kill all those Marines for free. Didn't quite happen, though. Oh, the Widow Mine did move over here, and the red player Widow Mine, just wandering on past that, going to go into his own mineral line. That's what those are called. It's a line full of minerals. That's why it's called that. Boom, there goes 1 Marine. They really need to scan to get rid of that. It is at 3 HP. There it goes. Blap. There goes that Widow Mine. Not really a huge deal. What is a huge deal, and it doesn't seem like it, is the supply drop over here. That's not a good place to... That's not a good look for any Terran. To supply drop yourself, it's not a happy thing. And the Reaper coming over here, seeing what damage he can do. Reapers aren't very great if they're just going to stand there and take Marine fire. They'll just die. It's not actually a good thing. Whereas what is a good thing is the defense of this Monophonic player. Double Banshees over here, though, going to make that a little bit harder to hold on to. The missile turrets, excuse me, are both down. I was about to say Spore Crawlers. They're both down already. They have some Widow Mines, or he has some Widow Mines. He's comfortable. He's sitting on 2 base. He's just holding on this cheese. He is ahead in supply. He's a little bit behind in attack, actually, but that's not a huge deal in this kind of matchup. These Banshees do see an opening with all of the production facilities. Going to probably try to snipe a little bit of that. But all the Marines are running over here. Do they have combat shields? No. Do they have stim? Probably not, but doesn't matter. The DPS is massive for Marines. Oh my god, don't fly more Banshees into that. Oh god, that Banshee gets away with 8 HP. That was 2 Marine shots, I think? Yeah, 2 Marine shots. And he really needs to drop down some mules. He's probably expecting the cloaking to come out, and indeed he is. And he is indeed researching that. He probably should save up some scans. But he's already gotten some Marines out. He's gotten some tank out. Some tank, as in 1 tank. That's all I'm saying. Well, the blue player, realizing that his cheese apparently has failed completely, Gears, excuse me, is just dropping down as many factories as he can muster. Gonna probably go for an all-in off of so 1 base, 3 factory, 1 barracks. I don't even understand. And he's pulling back 4 Banshees? Why would you make 4 Banshees? He's countered it. It's fine. Admittedly, he could do something with those, pull them with his main army and see if the Marines won't focus him down, but I'm not expecting that, honestly. I'm expecting those Marines to see those Banshees and be blap, 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 done. Not a big deal. Meanwhile, the red player is actually going to push out. Monophonic sees this opportunity, realizes that who cares about Banshees? He's all comfortable, I can speak, and he's just going to push out with his army, letting the missile turrets and the single Widow Mine in his base do the work. Cool idea, bro. Realizing that there is no expansion here, he's going to drop down the Widow Mine at the base of this ramp. Ooh, good idea. Maybe going to scan up that ramp to see what he can do, which would be a very good idea considering that the blue player has not lowered his supply depot. My god. Oh, don't do that. You can't see what's up there. That's... Oh, but he can now. He has a Banshee of his own. Oh god, and that Widow Mine just did massive amounts of DPS. That was painful to watch. But you know what else is painful to watch? Watching 4 Banshees kill all of these Marines. But these tanks doing quite a bit of work as well. Pull back your Marines and guard your tanks, man. No, you're gonna lose so much. You're just walking into the meat grinder of missiles. That's not a good thing. No, now your tanks are gonna die. It's okay though, the Gears player over here has 36 supply to the red player's 80, although he is just walking his tanks into death, which is not a good look. Scan goes down, but 4 Marines can't fight 4 Banshees. Unfortunate that may be. Really need to rally these guys back, guys. And this is just going to float here for a little while until he realizes to look at his own base. When that happens, he'll be quite happy and realize that I don't even care. Also, this Banshee is going to just stay alive. There's no reason to try to focus him down. The multitasking here is sort of slipping, but it's not a huge deal because the red player is so massively in the lead here. The 3 Banshees for the blue player not doing much of anything at this point. This is a cool place for a Widow Mine too. As long as you have an air unit above it, doesn't even matter. You can't do much about it. And finally, this... Did he supply drop on that stupid supply depot? Oh, god, man. I mean, I know you were cheesing, but you don't do that. The Viking is finally out, gonna fly over to the Banshees, I believe, in his own base and see what DPS he can do over there. Probably all of it. Doesn't really make a difference. But he's just now getting a second base. This game is effectively over. Still 0-0 upgrades for every unit in this game. And at 13 minutes, that's not exactly the best thing, I'm not going to lie to you. Yep, completely 0-0 for everyone. Somehow I feel like if this game were to end earlier, it would have been better for both the players. This was a little bit of a silly game. And I feel like the red player could have held this off a little bit better by just getting his own Viking. One Viking can kill any number of Banshees. Shown here. Why did you just scan that? There's nothing there. What? That was... okay. Well, alright, fine. The 3 Banshees for the blue player, flying over to the natural of the red player, Monophonic. Gonna see if he can do some DPS, but actually he might be able to. Those missile turrets out of position. If he comes in from the top side here, from the north side, he could probably just pop off all of these SCVs. Only a few Marines within distance, although these guys probably have stim at this point. Let's see, do they have stim? Yes, I would hope so, as he's researching shields, and never research shields first, unless you're going for a really silly timing push. The blue player, realizing that he's lost, is going to float his starport all the way over to the bottom left corner of the map. You know, this is diamond play, not like silver, and that's not cool, dude. Just don't do that. The scan should go down. Look, you know he... Good timing. That was great. Good. Anyhow, not a big deal. I'm going to speed this game up a little bit, because we know what's happening here. The blue player is going to be a jerk and float all of his buildings away, getting a planetary fortress at his natural expansion, and getting supply blocked at 49 supply. That's some solid play there, friend. But the red player actually is playing rather nicely, dropping mules when he can, with 4 command centers already built. Just going to keep up all that production with, what is that, 6, 2, and 2. That's not bad at all, and he can supply that quite easily with 3 bases, especially fully saturated 3 bases with mules. It's quite nice. He's still playing it careful, though, which I think I like more than just running your entire army into him. Speaking of, here comes his entire army running into the face of this planetary fortress. He'll probably siege it out of the way, though, and not even worry about it. Oh, he actually pulled the starport back so he could use it for production instead of just being a jerk and hiding it in the corner. Not bad. Scanning the 4th base opportunity. Gonna probably put some tanks down there. I like that idea much more than just kind of jerking around and trying to run into this, which, that would kill you. That would be death. Don't do that. You can siege up on the low ground, scan, keep your Banshees and your Vikings all... Oh, no, no Marines, no, turn around, no Marines, no, it's a bad look, bro, no, why? Oh, the supply dropping. Oh, the 3 tanks on the high ground just eating things alive, ouch, oh, Jesus Christ, no. You know, this is a strategy game. This is a strategy game, not a run your entire army into 7 tanks and hope to God it works, because it won't work. It doesn't do that. Oh man, that hurt. Oh man, I mean, the blue player Gears here is still massively behind in supply, and he was. He didn't lose anything in that fight, though. He lost like a couple tanks. That was not worth it. If I was Monophonic over here, I'd put my tanks down here and just, you know, scan just twice, kill half this mineral line, and then just wait it out. There's no reason to, you know, push this advantage. He's already working on his 4th base. He could just contain it. Oh no, there goes a miss. There goes a medevac. And the 5 massively well-placed Widow Mines over here doing absolutely nothing, but that's okay. Scans go down, he's going to try to kill him with a tank, which may or may not happen. I'm not sure how the tank's DPS fares against the Widow Mines. Getting a couple of them down. These Banshees really paying for themselves in the end here. With 17 kills on them, is that true? Yeah, 17 kills. He's a captain. Well done on that Banshee. How was that Viking able to see that Banshee? I have no idea. But what's more important is that the Banshees are still destroying. I'm surprised that Monophonic here does not have any scans for these Banshees. But he doesn't apparently, so there you go. But this game is more or less over, as the stream of reinforcements from the red player is just ridiculous. Does he have any upgrades still? I'm not even seeing an NG bay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was going to say, he has to have at least that. But, does he have any upgrades? 2-2 upgrades for his Marines, 0-2 for his tanks and such, versus the 0-0 on the tanks. And, oh, he has a ghost. 0-0 on his infantry. This is why you don't try for silly cheese. Do cheese that works. A nuke going down from the blue player. Just kidding, this guy's my hero. GEARSxAMN, you have officially won my heart and my soul. No, that's not true, because you completely missed with that, and, I mean, where else would you land? Why would you scan that? You know he's there. Where else would he be? Who cares? He's one ghost and he just used his nuke. The red player's macro is slipping a little bit, but it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't change a thing. Two Thors, two Collector's Edition Thors coming out, three Thors, sorry, coming out and trying to push him back, but at 72 supply to 191, I'm not sure this game's going to end well for the blue player. I'm just, you know, throwing out a guess. These two tanks just not quite thinking this all the way through. Come on, tanks, siege up. Siege up and watch these Thors not do anything. Yeah, there it is. Blah. And now he should probably, start leapfrogging his tanks forward instead of just running one into the... What? He has a Raven. Why do you have a Raven? Okay, well, you know what? He has a Raven, and that's what's important in the end. There's been nukes, there's been Ravens, there's been multiple Thors, there's been these 3 tanks who are still destroying. This is ridiculous. 22 kills on this tank, and he's still getting more. Oh, no, he's gonna die. No, he was a commander. Nope, he's still not dead. 26 kills. This tank is immortal. This is Johnny Rico, except he never drove a tank, so there you go. This tank is now my best friend, along with that ghost who dropped a crap nuke, but that's okay, he dropped a nuke. And more Marines just running to their deaths. You still, no matter how much upgrades you have, you still are not going to use Marines to fight tanks unless you have a lot of them and you have a good split. Also, that Banshee, no matter how cloaked you are, there's a Raven right there. And the Planetary Fortress finally goes down. The only question now is, will the blue player GG, or will he just leave like a jerk? A nuclear launch detected directly on top of his own ramp. No one's pushing up that ramp. It might hit one tank. Oh, but these SCVs? Nope. Just gonna walk away. Just gonna calm it down. That Thor just walked into his own nuke and took most of his health. I don't quite understand why this game's still going. At 173 supply to 49, I'm pretty sure it's over, but you know what? If you're gonna be in the game to the end, if you're gonna try to whip out some Banshee drops with the Widowmine in their own base, might as well go whole hog. Because, you know what? It's fun. Now, Monophonic might want to use this time to practice his macro, drop some mules, like, I don't know, drop some more production facilities, try to get all that experience that he can. Oh, actually, he is. He's actually going to migrate, Maynard, whatever you want to call it, some SCVs over to his 4th base, which is not a bad idea. And then he's just going to A-move into the enemy base, killing that ghost before that nuke is dropped. I don't think this blue player plays much Starcraft. But you know what? That's alright. He dropped some nukes. He's a cool dude. He also dropped some supply multiple times. That's not as good. And Gears just leaves the game. Wasn't expecting a GG, didn't get one. Not disappointed. Just a little bit. And as always, guys, if you like this... Oh, look at all these SCVs. Jesus. What are they... I mean... What? At least launch a secret missile. You know you want to. It's like... Not that they AoE anymore, but, you know, it'd make me happy. Anyway... If you like this game, guys, like the video, subscribe, talk to your grandma, because you haven't talked to her for a while, and you know she's lonely. She misses you. She misses you. And your conversations you used to have when you were really young? Yeah, alright? Call her up. See you guys.